What is going on, folks? NimbleThor here, and thanks for joining me once again on this mobile gaming quest that I'm on, where I search for the best new mobile games, and I play a new one every single day, sharing the experience with you guys, as I always do here on YouTube. And today, I'm gonna check out the relaxed, unique, and so far very unknown simulation game called Desertopia. And guys, look at this. Look at all these cute animals. Isn't that just great? This isn't certainly the type of game that I typically cover here on the channel, but I've honestly just fallen in love with it. I've played it so much over Christmas and New Year's as well, and I'm still playing this game till this day. So the basic concept is really simple, and I think that that's actually part of what made me fall in love with this game. So all you have to do is to make sure that these tiles here on the map has enough water. If they have enough water, the plants will start up here, and if plants start up here, animals start up here as well. And if we make sure that there's plenty of water at all times, they will actually also survive, because they can go extinct for real. Like if this tile, for example, runs out of water, that land, it will be gone. And I think that's part of what the developer is going for here, is actually trying to do something really aesthetic, not just in terms of the visual and the art style, but also in terms of the whole nothing lives forever. Like you can see if you go check out the app stores and descriptions for this game, you'll see the developer talking a lot about nothing lives forever. And I think that's actually kind of cool that they have this sort of motive or this sort of story that they want to tell. And it kind of reminds us of the real world as well, where, you know, nothing really lives forever. But this is the planet that we've got going on here. One of the mistakes I made at the beginning actually was to turn all of this, like all of this desert over here, turn that into green, lush island. We can do that by, of course, just adding water. We simply tap the tile and then we add water here. And adding water costs energy, but this was the mistake I made. I removed all of this desert over here as well in this half of the island, but because I did that, I did not have enough energy, because energy restores automatically over time. Or if we press here, you guys can see that we get more energy. The energy is in the top left corner. You guys can see that we have 151,000 energy right now, but energy is also automatically restored over time. But what happened for me was that I removed all of this desert. I did not have enough energy to keep the desert away, because over time, this area will slowly turn into desert as well if we don't come back every so often to make sure to add more water to the world over and over again. So it is a game that you're gonna have to come back to if you don't like those types of games. Probably just skip this one. I mean, you have to come back to this game at least, I would say, once per day. So it's sort of a simulation game as well, because over time, this island, this entire world actually expands. You start out with only this island here, then you start seeing this island up here, and now a new island has actually appeared up here, as you guys can see. And we can, it's a bit easier if I turn on these tiles here, you guys can see that adding water to this one is gonna cost 52,000 energy. So that's why I have only done it once on that tile, not on these over here. I wanna see if maybe we can have maybe a penguin appear. That would be kind of cool. There are also lots of these random encounters, by the way, such as, for example, this bottle right here. You guys can see that we got 1,000 energy by finding that one. There's lots of those types of random encounters or events. Right now, the Christmas event is still going on as well. You guys can see that we can open gifts. If we find Santa, he appears every once in a while, and then we can open these gifts to get decorations that we can also get energy, I guess, as we did right there. But we get these decorations that we can then plant on our islands to kind of decorate them. I'm not sure if those will be gone after Christmas. Maybe they will. But I'm really glad to see all of these random encounters, because it keeps the game fresh. And also, you never know which animals appear, which make you want to go in every once in a while and just see if new animals has appeared. We have this whole catalog of all the animals that we've seen here on this island so far. You guys can see all of them here, and you can actually go in and read stats about each and every one of them. Look at this. For example, the lion here. The lion takes up 108 food, it seems. Or the hummingbird here, 373. Or maybe that's the amount of food that it has actually eaten. I'm not sure. But anyway, look at this gorilla. We actually had this gorilla over here, because every once in a while we had it over here before, and it's now extinct, sadly. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I know the internet can go crazy when gorillas die, but this one died. It went extinct, actually on purpose. I'm sorry to say that. I didn't kill it, I just made it go extinct on purpose. Because here's the thing, every once in a while a ship will appear, and you can choose to get gems for allowing something to happen. And in this case, they wanted to release this gorilla here on the island, but unfortunately the gorilla took up so much space. It took approximately this amount of space that you can see right here, which meant that we couldn't use any of that area for all the other animals. Just like we have this nature reserve over here, you guys can see that there's an area here that has no tiles. You guys can see if I click here, it says this tile is a nature reserve. And that was another random encounter, a random event in game, where I accepted this nature reserve to appear on the island in return for getting some of the gems. And these gems ties into the monetization of the game, actually, because we can buy gems for real life money. You guys can see for $1 we get around 75 gems, and then for these gems we can then buy items, such as, for example, we can buy energy, which is probably the most obvious one, right? We can buy 500,000 energy for 80 of these diamonds here. We can also upgrade the windmill so it produces more energy. That's probably the one I would go for, honestly, and I have enough to buy that one now. I'm waiting a bit to do that, but that's probably the one I would buy and would recommend to buy. You can also buy you can, for example, save DNA, so we could have saved the DNA of the gorilla, and then we could have restored it later on, it seems. Yeah, restore creature. I have enough energy to do that as well. Sorry, enough gems to do that as well. And there are plenty of other stuff that you can buy for real life money, or at least for these gems that you can get both for real life money and also just in game. But I wouldn't really recommend buying, you know, the most expensive in-app purchases. They do go all the way up to $100 US, which is kind of weird. I don't really get that, because for that amount of money you would get, how much would we get? I think you would get, let's have a quick look. Real quick, you would get 9,400 gems, but what would you even use that amount of gems for? I don't know, guys. I guess it's in there if you really want to support these developers and like what they're doing here. I'm really having a lot of fun with the game, and I hope you enjoyed this video and this look at the game as well, this first impressions look at the game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I left the description box. I left the download links in the description box, not the description box in the download links. The other way around. You guys know that. The download links can be found in the description box down below, but at this point, I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about this game. So please head down to the comment section, let me know what you think about the game. Is this the type of game that you typically play? I don't typically play simulation games, but I've just fallen in love with this one. I like having to come back to it. I like having games that I can come back to and just spend 5 minutes in every once in a while, and this is certainly one of those games. But do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you hate these types of games? Do you love them? Have you played this game already? I actually highly doubt that, because the game is very unknown at only a couple of thousand downloads. But maybe you have. Let me know what you think about it if you have. And with that said, thank you so much for sticking around till the end of this video, guys. I really enjoyed having you guys here. I hope you leave this video a like if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel, and join this journey of me documenting playing a new mobile game every single day and sharing it with you guys here on YouTube. So until next time, guys, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I will see you guys around.